Okay, so you are now seeing my screen. We are on the IIOP website, and you can see that I am logged in already. When you register with the PSI will automatically send you an email with your login and password, so your username and password. It would usually be your first name followed by your PSI registration number, and they will give you a password which you can later on change to a password that you like. So you just go in there into the IIOP website, and you go under register, sign in, or my IOP, and you just sign in there, and it will take you to your the IIOP will know that it's your password and username, so everything you do will be registered under your name. You can see down here we have my courses, my portfolio, my profile, and practice review. So every 5 years you could be called to submit your portfolio. I'm in Ireland for 3 years, and last year I was called to submit my portfolio. I think they called in everyone because of COVID. They asked every pharmacist to submit his portfolio, so everyone is starting fresh now. So I did, and it was yeah, they liked it, so they allowed me to practice. So here we go. This if you go to my courses here, let's go to my portfolio. So this is the my portfolio page, and you can go and say manage cycles, and you can see here we have acute asthma attack that I have done and finished. So you can actually follow. If it's in yellow, it means in progress. If it's gray, it's not started. If it's green, it means it's completed. We have the new add a new cycle button, and we can go here and see the completed cycles, and you can see that I have attended the step up to supervising pharmacist cycle, delivery of a pharmacy-based vaccination, responding to an emergency situation, and all the other below. And you can see the date that I created the first entry, and then when I closed it. So in order to start a new cycle, we have to go here and say add a new cycle, but I don't know what I'm gonna study yet, so I'm just going to go on the home page and go into courses and events. And let's see, I'm looking for something that I can do online, so accredited online programs. Okay, I'm going to click book me to this event, and I'm going to go to course. So welcome to this online training program. That's what I'm interested in. It is a self-directed online training program which will take 4 to 6 hours to complete. Perfect. How to complete this training program, expected learning outcomes, course introduction, provide an overview. Okay, so it gives you a little bit of info on each module. So basically it's all about improving the quality in a pharmacy setting, the quality of your service. So yeah, say I want to say I want to go with this, okay? So let's see. I am going to go back on the home page. So okay, managing quality, I'm gonna copy this if it will allow me. Okay, I'm going to go home. I'm going to go to my IIOP and my e-portfolio. I'm gonna go manage cycles and add a new cycle, and the cycle title is going to be managing quality in pharmacy practice. And cycle start date, they put that officially, so every year you have to have at least one entry. To be honest, I haven't done any this year, so this is my minimal requirement for this year. So next year I'll probably do like 4 courses. It all depends on how many hours it takes to go through them as well, because you could do 1 hour or 2 hour courses, then you need to do more. If you do only if you do like this one 4 to 6 hours, you need to do less of them. So start at a stage. I'm going to say it's good to start at a self-appraisal stage. You can do at least 2 or 3 of them at the self-appraisal stage, and the other ones you can just start at the action stage. And in the self-appraisal stage, it is going to okay, cycle details, okay, they're already there. Self-appraisal, how you identify the learning need to this CPD cycle relates to. Okay, so I'm going to type in something like I realized that the quality of the it's really hard to type and talk at the same time, of the service which I provide in the pharmacy setting can be improved. Okay, select the options which most accurately summarizes how you identify this learning and development need. You can complete, there's a core competency framework on the IIOP website. You can find it if you look for it. But I haven't completed that. You can say undertaking a practice audit, like you audited yourself in the pharmacy and see that well, you could do things better. And you can say self-reflection as well. Excuse me there. So let's see. Responding to now. Okay. How you plan to address this learning need? I have decided to complete the, and I'm just gonna copy paste. Oopsie. It doesn't. Okay. Yeah, so whatever. An accredited IIOP course, just so I wouldn't mess up the name there. You can always go back and edit that and copy paste the name of the program that you're going through. Well, what resources could help you develop this area? So live learning, live continuing education. No, I'm not going live, I'm going online. Print, consulting, discussion, work-based journal, research, practicing new behaviors. Here, print, online, continuing education product. what action are you taking? So which actions you took to address your learning need? I completed, I'm going to say now. Completed the IIOP course. Okay, which of the following best describes the formality of your activity you undertook? Okay, it's a certified program because they do it. Okay, you could say learning which is structures like YouTube videos but not accredited, but if that YouTube video is from like university professor or someone in who knows what is doing, they will be okay to actually say that you watched that video. It could be an online conference or something. A life continuing education program. What learning resources did you use to understanding? Okay, online again. Document your learning. Now you can come back to this and say what you've learned. I haven't learned anything, so I'm not going to type in there anything at the moment. And when you finish your course and you answer all the questions, you have a 20-minute exam, I think. It could be half an hour to answer some questions about the course. Then you just drag and drop your diploma that they give you for completing the course. You drag it here and you save it. So for now I'm going to save this. I'm not going to say complete cycle, but I am going to save it. So those details are saved, and I can go through. So I'm going to go to my courses now, and should find it somewhere around here. Should be there. No, for some reason I didn't put it here because I didn't start it. So I'm just going to click the home page and go back to courses and events. And yeah, you can see it here. I can go to course, and you'll see that you can read all this. Course introduction, I'm gonna skip that. So quality management principles, you go through that. If you click it, it should take you. It's just my browser doesn't really like pop-ups that much, so let's try that again. Anyway, a video should have popped up here, and you could just click on and click on. Oh, there, you have to open it in a new setting. So you get the video right here. You can see it opened in a new page. So you can just go all that. So you can click launch and it opens in a new browser. So here, if I were to click play, I would go through the videos, and then that's it. Basically, you go and you save your you download your diploma that they give you that you finished the course, and then you upload it where I showed you before, and where you manage your cycles, and then you save it. You click save and you're done. So you can go back to my e-portfolio, manage cycles, and you can see that I have the self-appraisal, the develop, and the action steps done. I just have to document it and evaluate what I've learned afterwards. So if I were to click here, I could edit the document your learning. I've learned that I could do this and this and this to actually improve my practice, the quality of my practice, and I would click add files and add the diploma that they give you for completing the course, and then you click complete cycle and it would be there in your completed cycles. So if I click manage cycles again, so here if I click my review, you can see that I have done 8 cycles, which I submitted on the 10th of May of this year. Details. Okay, and I have a certificate there. So this is where when they ask you to submit your review, you would have a submit your review button. So you could select which courses you've done and you want to submit for review. I don't have that because I have done this in May, so I've been through I've submitted my portfolio and they have assessed it. So there you go. Hopefully that was useful to you. That's the basis of it. You can go to the IIOP website and play around with it and kind of get used to it, but that should give you the first steps you need to take on the IIOP website. So thank you for watching.
There is a shortage of community pharmacists in Ireland. The main factor for the shortage is that Ireland is not training enough pharmacists to suit its needs. The shortage is being addressed in different ways, among which are proposals to create a new school of pharmacy and thus create more college places. But even if that was approved, it would take 6 years to start producing pharmacists. The solution that would produce faster results would be international recruitment. But pharmacy systems are different in every country, and pharmacists need time and training to adapt. That's not a perfect fit for pharmacists or employers. And the perfect fit is the very thing that inspired the founding of Kamiq Recruitment. In the Inuit language, Kamiq means perfect fit. So here at Kamiq Recruitment, we decided to address this shortage by creating our own school of pharmacy. The founder of Kamiq Recruitment is a pharmacist practicing in Ireland after relocating from Romania. After going through the relocating process in a classic way, he decided that he would change international recruitment as we know it, by integrating teaching with recruitment. He personally teaches the European pharmacists that decide to practice in Ireland everything they need to know. Kamiq Recruitment has launched a campaign called Pharmacists for Ireland, where pharmacists from all over Europe are being recruited and trained in the Irish pharmacy system. Now pharmacists can be trained while they're in the process of registering with the Pharmaceutical Society of Ireland, so by the time they arrive in Ireland, they're confident and empowered to start working. Now that's a perfect fit for pharmacists and employers. Kamiq Recruitment, we find the perfect fit for you. Contact us at kamiqrecruitment.com.